Bulls fans, we are back, and today we are going to be talking about what the free agents the Chicago Bulls should be targeting this offseason, or who they should be targeting. And first off, the two that we want to talk about is obviously Vooch and Kobe. Vooch averaged 17, 11, and 3 with around 0.5 blocks per game, and Kobe White averaged about 10 points, 3 rebounds, and about 3 assists, and about a steal. It was a little less than a steal, but it's about a steal. And Vooch shot 52% from the field. Kobe shot 44% from the field. And Kobe shot 37% from the 3, and Vooch shot 34.9% from the 3 as well. And the first major guy that I think the Chicago Bulls should go for is Fred VanVleet. I know we need a true point guard, and I know I've been saying that Kobe White could definitely be our starting point guard, but I think Fred VanVleet can definitely fill in that spot for us and really take over that starting point guard position for us. And Kobe can still come off the bench and really provide for us off the bench because we need bench scoring. And this season, Fred VanVleet averaged 19.5 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, and about 7 assists a game, which is amazing. He brings a lot of leadership to this team, and he can also shoot the 3 very well. If you watch the playing game against the Raptors, he could definitely play very well and shoot the 3. He was all over the place. He was definitely a very good facilitator that game, and he was knocking down 3s. And he has a bag. He's got some moves, and he can definitely get to the rim and everything too. So I think he could definitely be a great pickup for us if he doesn't opt into his contract with the Raptors. If he does opt in, then there could possibly be like a little trade or something going, but we never know, or we don't know what we could put in that package, but you never know. And that would be my definitely top one would be Fred VanVleet to really go for. And this season he also averaged around 2 steals per game. He does bring some pretty good defense, and he also averaged about 2 turnovers per game, which isn't terrible, but it's around what Zach's averaging, but we definitely need to bring that down a little bit. But the steals is definitely very good. He averaged around like 0.6 blocks per game, which he's small. He's not really going to get the blocks that much, but I think he could definitely bring a lot of defense in the point guard position, and he can definitely facilitate, be a leader, and score, and he could do a lot of things for us. And so we're going to get to my second big free agency guy that I think that we should go for. My second guy is Mike Conley. He could shoot the 3 and pass, and he does lack defense, but he does bring leadership, and he can also shoot the 3, which I said. He averaged about 12 points per game, about 3 rebounds per game, about 7 assists per game, which is very good for what he brings and everything to the table. It's very good. This year from 3, he shot 42%, which is amazing. That's amazing. And he averaged around a steal per game, and he also averaged only around a turnover per game, which is pretty good for a point guard. And I think that he could definitely be a candidate for us to go for, because he still has his contract through 2024 with the Timberwolves, but if we can like get a little trade or something with the Timberwolves and give them a few players, then I think that we could definitely get Mike Conley. He could definitely fit on this team and fit on this roster and really help us build for what we're looking for. And then the last player, I don't think any of you guys would really expect this or expect me to say this or expect this player, but he's a small forward, and I'm going to go with, I think we should kind of look into Jalen McDaniels on the 76ers. He's a free agent this year. He has great defense, and he's pretty good on the offensive end. There's definitely a few things that need to be worked on that, but he's definitely really good on the defensive end. He has a lot of size. He's very big. He averages around a steal a game, and not that high of a block, but he can definitely deter shots because of his length and everything. And he shot 40% from the 3, which he could shoot the rock. So he's kind of like a 3-and-D player, which we need. And I think he's very underrated for being a free agent this year. And I think that the Chicago Bulls should really look into him. I know people probably didn't expect me to say that, but Jalen McDaniels, I think he could definitely bring some stuff to the team, like size and shooting and defense. I don't know if he would probably come off the bench for us, because who knows? I don't know what our starting lineup's going to look like next year, but he could possibly be starting, but I do not see that happening if he was on the team. He would probably come off the bench with like Kobe if we got like Fred VanVleet or something. You never know. But I think that Jalen McDaniels could definitely fit on this team, and I feel that this offseason that there could be a few calls being made about DeMar and where he could be or where he could be put, but I'm not sure if he'll actually be moved. So he could be moved in one of these three if it ever happens, or not one of these three, because Jalen McDaniels is actually a free agent. But Fred VanVleet, if he opts in, then we could possibly trade him. But I highly doubt that Toronto wants DeMar back, but you never know. And then if Mike Conley, he's got 1 more year. So if we are looking to pursue Mike Conley, we could give them DeMar in a trade package or whatever and see how that would go. But I don't know if we're gonna move him. And I could see DeMar on the roster next year, but you never know. But that's gonna be all for this one, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. These are the top 3 free agents that I've been thinking about that the Chicago Bulls should pursue. But that's gonna be all. I hope you all have a good day, and see you, Red Bulls Nation.